Hi, you will have seen on the previous video that I did the little Harmonia Bloom outfit because it was part of the Amazon order I did. Now, if you've not seen that one, I'm just going to go over a couple of things. As I mentioned before, I made this order from Amazon US. Remembering I'm in the UK, so obviously charges, higher postage, etc, etc. But it still worked out cheaper. As it turned out, I didn't get any sort of tax or import or anything like that. I wasn't sure whether I would or not. It was great. It was from Amazon, but when it came into the UK, it was our Every Courier, which I do trust. We have a regular courier for that, and they're really good, so I know it'll be put somewhere safe. And that was it. I paid, I think it was £10 on the postage for the pair of them, and it was amazing. I was really impressed, so I will probably go on the site again. I don't know, perhaps if I bought something more expensive, whether I would have ended up with fees. I really don't know. I couldn't work it out. Perhaps one of you will know that. Because I'm thinking, well, is it a joint postage if I order more than one thing? I just couldn't do it. So I just took the risk, basically. But it worked out for me. So we're going to get into this box. I've had a quick look. Of course, I've had a quick look. Because I wanted to check the face. I wanted to make sure her face was okay, just in case there was any issues and I need to send her back. Although I'm not sure how you go about that. That is one thing that might be a little bit more difficult. So thankfully she's okay though. So we're going to go top down, get into the box, and I'm really pleased with it. I found a space on the shelf for her. It is waiting. She is going there. So let's go top down and have a look at this Ballerina Barbie. So time for Barbie now. As you can see, she's come in a really nice strong box. So the packaging was great because obviously it was coming over from the US. So I was a bit worried about packaging, but it was packaged beautifully. Both the Harmonia Bloom outfit and this did come together as well. But this is a nice solid box, which you'll have seen if you've bought these Barbies before. And inside is her proper box. I have a little tiny pair of scissors just in case. So let's see if I can get this out without too much performance. There we go. Now, she was in tissue paper. I pulled it out without the tissue paper, but she was again wrapped further rather than that just very sturdy box there. So before I turn her over, let's have a little look. It says, from the classic ballet slippers to enchanting point shoes, Barbie ballet wishes. This doll celebrates every ballerina's delightful moments, and I presume if you were perhaps gifting it, you would write something in there. Like I say, I'm going to hide this, well, not hide it, but it will have to be out of the way of my granddaughter because she's going to come out when she sees it. So, nothing on the side. It looks like it's stage curtaining. Oh, quick look. Nothing on this side. On the bottom, we've just got some basic information as per, you know, about safeties, not under certain ages. It says for ages over 6, and I think that's because of the detailing that's in her. She is set in what we would call a stage. Yeah, it does say 6+ here as well. It is a Barbie signature doll. And there she is. She's so pretty. We'll be able to see her properly. I've got the light shining on her, which isn't exactly helping. What can you see? There was just something I thought was pretty special about the face sculpt. Never something I've seen. I'm sure I'll get corrected on that because I know people go, oh, it's a so-and-so's face sculpt and that. I'm terrible. I just can't remember which is which. I just go for what I like, and that's as far as it goes. And she was very different from any I've got, put it that way. That's why I went for her. So let's see how terrible or not terrible this is. I hate these because if you want to keep them, they always end up breaking. As it turns out, I'm not, but I still don't want to make a complete mess of it. There you go. As I've already torn it anyway. So that bit's easy. That bit's always easy though, isn't it? And let's see how many things she's tied into. There's a little bit of plastic there. We have a stand here, which is a nice looking stand. Should we dare turn her over to see how many bits in? Not bad. It looks like it's all these. They're still plastic and I don't like them, but you know, it's better than all those little tags. We have the base of her stand here, which is like a clear, glittery sort of effect. Nothing written on it. It's just simple like that. And we have a little certificate for her. It just says, to certify that your Barbie Wishes doll was created through a collaboration of efforts with designers and artists at Mattel. So it's like, I can't describe the paper. It feels like it's a textured paper. and it's just a little certificate. So we'll pop them to one side. Now these, if you're careful, they should fold. You should be able to fold them in and push them through, and it usually releases. Well, that's the theory. Depends on whether there is anything hidden inside. So I'm going to try and push them all through. They do feel like they're dropping, so which is good. So when I turn it over, I'm hoping she's almost going to be released. Is there anything I missed? That one. Push them through a bit further. Are we ready for this? No. Well, that comes off. That does. That a foot's off. But then she's actually attached to another plastic thing. But again, let's look what the tags are. These are weird. These are like a rubbery one. But the thing is, they are at least easier to recycle. I'm hoping you can recycle it. I would have thought so. Let's get her stand out first. The stand's just in the cardboard. Now, we have quite a fancy stand. Look at this. Ooh. It's going to be one of those uncomfortable ones. I almost feel sorry for the dolls when they're sitting in them. It's like it's a saddle type stand, isn't it? Same sort of clear, crystally, sparkly thing. And I presume this is so she can pose, which is quite nice. I like that. That's a little bit different. So that's over there. Let's pop that in there. Should just click in. Yeah, clicks in nice and easy. It's nice and sturdy as well. So let's try and get these plasticky bits off her without cutting her. So I'm just going to use the scissors. That's one side. That's off her ankle, so that's good. Now, what have we got here? Do I go from the back or from the front? Now, I know, again, you see with these, you can actually just twist them and push them through. But they don't, oh, that one's gone. That's good. But some of these are really hard to get into. So I think, to be honest, it's just going to be scissors. I spoke too soon. Look in the back of her head. Do we really need 3 of those? I mean, she's not escaping anywhere, is she? I don't think she's going anywhere at the moment. I mean, I'm going to just very carefully. I'm just going to snip it. Please be careful when you do this. I have been known to catch dolls' hair and cut their hair, which is rather depressing. Thankfully, never damaged an outfit, which is important. The hair is sort of held in with cotton, so I'm going to go from the back for that. That's just stitched in. I mean, if that's stitched in, I don't see why she needs these silly things in her head. I think oh no, we've got some around her legs, both of her thighs. Oh, watch these tights. These are very delicate tights. That's one. They are beautiful though, I must admit. When we get into looking properly, we can have a proper look. So, her legs have escaped. All we have now is the head with our dreaded tags. Now, if I can do it, so if I pull it to one side, pieces of cotton stuck around my scissors now. That's one. See, I don't like it because you see what happened there? It flies off and then you can't find it to get rid of it. And then I always worried about the cat getting it. All right, not getting it from that side. Poor old Barbie's being pulled about something terrible here. Ta-da! We're out. So I'll pop it to one side a minute while I gather all these little bits. For some reason they're stuck in my scissors. So, yeah, I thought we were going to be really easy, but maybe not so easy. But at least I can recycle that. It's just these. I mean, I know I've lost 2 of those now somewhere in my craft room. So they'll end up in my Hoover or something like that, which I can do without. Right, let's get back to this stunning doll. Remove her hair. We have a little bit of hair loss. I don't know whether that's me. Hopefully not. Oh no, we've got no. That's not me. They're not the way it's coming out. It wouldn't be the first time because it looks like it's folded over at the top there, so it's like it's come out of the root. So we'll put that over there anyway. We still have tags sticking out. Can you see the tags are sticking out? I will sort them out later. Sometimes it's as easy to push them inside. So let's straighten your arms out. I know you were in a lovely pose there, but let's put your arms down a minute for everybody to see. So the face, we've got to look at the face first. I thought it was different. I know I've not got a Barbie with this face sculpt. Please let me know if there are others because it helps other people. I will probably forget because of my shocking memory, but I will try and remember. She has this little plastic crown on, which is actually, it looks like it's almost stitched onto her head. She's going to be a display doll, so I'm not going to be messing about with her anyway. So that will stay there, but it's supposed to look like a pearly sort of effect, I think, because she has pearl earrings, so I think they're meant to match. The actual face itself looks very well done. I mean, she is a Barbie signature, so I'd like to think it is nicely done. So as far as I can see, everything's lovely there. Now her head, we have loads of movement. She's a ballerina. I hope we would have movement. So because obviously for posing and things. So yeah, we've got a reasonable movement there. Her hair is in a ponytail, which I would have imagined it would have been in a bun, which I think is classically what most ballerinas have. No, I found another one. There we go. Put that in that little pile over there. But it feels soft. It is lovely. Maybe could do with a little bit more shaping, sort of curving round, because that side's all sort of curled and then the other side's sort of flat, but we'll sort that out later. Going on to the doll's dress, I mean, this is lovely. I mean, look at that. That's a bit of folded, but again, that's something I can have a play with afterwards, because I think that's meant to be sort of more off the shoulder, because well, with the point of the straps and then that. So I don't know. I think off the shoulder looks cute, but I suppose if she's posing, it's gonna move. We'll look at the posability in a second. The dress is made of like a satin, but it's a really quite a nice quality satin. And as you can see, we have a nice hem. And then she's got a couple of layers of this tulle or netting, or whatever you want to call it. It's very soft netting though. So that is really nice. It could do with being separated. You can see if you separate it, it sort of gives it more fluff. And then obviously we have the underneath part here. Not sure what that's about. That's a bit... that's a bit revealing if you are dancing. I don't know, maybe it makes it easier to get it on and off. I don't know what that's about. And then she has these very, very fine mesh tights, which you're probably not going to be able to appreciate too much, but they are very, very nicely made. Again, be careful catching them. You can actually, we'll start, I think, with the actual movement of her legs. The feet are fixed, because she's on point, so the feet are in perfect position for that. They're not going to go anywhere, and you can see how the ribbon goes through the bottom of the shoe to then go around the ankles, and it's tied. And again, I'm not touching them, because to tie them off afterwards, in fact I think they're stitched. They look like they're stitched. Not touching them because it's a nightmare to tie a tiny bow like that. Now her legs, I think they're more defined. I know it's my imagination, but look at the calf muscles and everything. I think because she's on point, have they really thought about the fact that that would change the calf position? So she's got some quite strong calves there. She has a bend in the knee. Now, I'm not going to overbend it because, again, I don't want to catch the tights. But I think it does go quite a way. You can see that. But we've also got a twist here, which, again, when there's tights on, this is hard to do. So I don't want to rip these tights. So, yeah, there is a twist there. As you can see, can you just see the line? There's a line there, so you would get a leg twist there, but again, I don't want to damage the tights or anything. So yeah, a lot of movement on those legs and quite a bit of definition on the legs, which is another thing. Now, does she move? She does move in the center, but we'll look at that again in a minute. We'll do the things we can see immediately. So the arms, obviously we have the basic movements there. She has a bend and she has the wrist, which I think as a dancer she needs that, because she needs to sort of express her sort of positioning. So that is nice on that one. Both arms do the same. So we'll have a little look at the back of this dress. In fact, have we got any details on her head? There is. I can't actually see it. 2022. What else does it say? Does say something else, but I'm not sure. Oh, mattel, I think it just says. So 2022. So it is probably a face sculpt that is on another doll. It's just something I'm not knowledgeable enough about. So if we take the actual tutu off carefully. Oh, pulling your tights down, missus. Let's pull those back up. They're very delicate, these tights. They're really sort of scaring me that I'm going to damage them. So we'll take it off completely. Did you notice the seam in the tights as well? I mean, what a nightmare it must be to try and make those tiny seams. I know the machine done, but you know what it's like. Now, she doesn't seem to have any of the normal Barbie underwear on, so we'll keep her tights on. But we do have, there's no waist movement, but she does have not much, but there's a, can you see, there's a little bit of a twist. And again, I suppose if you're posing her for dancing, hopefully with her tutu back on, that sort of helps, that tiny twist on the waist. Does it go forward? It does. It goes forward and it also goes back. So again, back, I think more for dancing, sort of for posing her rather than forward. So there is movement. I'm surprised there's not movement on her waist though. That is something I had sort of expected. But it's enough if you're wanting to pose her. So I do need to do some photographs. So let's try and get this tutu back on. Like I say, I'm not quite sure what the bit at the back's about. I'm sure that's not necessary. You could have squeezed it on anyway. And it might be a little bit tight perhaps, but that comes on easy enough. There's still bits of hair on here. That's one arm. I'm talking like when I used to put kids' clothes on. One arm, two arm. Just a doll. She's not listening, but you never know. She might be. Right, Velcro back. The Velcro's all stitched on. Everything's stitched very nicely, very neatly. That one needs to go up. Again, I'll tidy all these up before I do the photographs. Make sure it's all fitted properly. Because I have twisted them by the look of it there. But I am super pleased with her. Now, what did I pay? You know, I'm really bad for this. I say every time I do a video, I'll get details of what I paid. I'm pretty sure I paid £29 for it. Now, I had seen a couple advertised in the UK and we were looking £50–60. So she was cheaper. So between the two and even with the postage, it worked really, really well. So is that pulled up okay? Yeah, it's pulled up. So this, I mean, I'm saying it's a saddle one. It can't be. It's going to rip her tights. Does it go around the waist? I don't know. Then that'd be weird, wouldn't it? It's not going to go around the waist. I'm pretty sure it is saddle. Let me know if you know different, because that looks like it should be her bottom shape, and that's sort of flatter at the front. But again, I'm really nervous about these tights are so delicate, because if I push that on, you can almost hear it catching the fabric. I mean, she is going to be just on display, so as soon as she's in position properly, so yeah, so you can see that it leaves her on point there, but I'm not quite sure what we're doing with the dance moves. I don't know. I suppose we can do something weird. I will try and work out some poses for her. But yeah, that sort of just moves and then it comes off. So I'm not going to mess with that, to be perfectly honest. I don't think. I think as soon as she's on display, she'll stay on it, and then that will be it. But I think she's super lovely, and I think I got her for a bargain price. It's weird because I know you guys in the US get your dolls sort of earlier than we do anyway. If there's new releases and things, sometimes we have to wait months for new releases of dolls. So it might be a way of sort of getting new releases a little bit earlier, as long as the prices are good, that is. And maybe ordering a couple of things at a time might work out quite nicely. I don't know. If you've ordered from the US like that and you've had either bad experience, good experience, pop a comment below, because it does help other people as well if they're considering it. Because mine was sort of, I did it as a risk. It worked, but it was still, I really didn't know what was going to happen. But I'm over the moon with her. And that's about it, I think. Let me know if you have one of these. Let me know if you're wanting one of these, or if you're in the US and thinking about, and you've already got it, or if you're thinking about it in the UK but not being able to get one. It did work out better for me. So thank you so much for watching. I absolutely love her. Good job it's a sunny day. I've already said that for my Harmonia, because I'm doing these videos back to back. So I'm going to be taking them both out into the garden to do some photos, I think. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all very soon, and bye bye for now.